Hey YouTube world, and hey to my Neville Nation. I know you're out there. Welcome to Neville Girl Forever, or welcome back. And on this channel we discuss and explore everything Neville Goddard, and I invite you to follow me on my journey as my dream life unfolds. And I'm here to help support you as you unfold your journey as well. So whether you're new to Neville Goddard, hang in there, it'll all start to click and make sense. Or whether you're a little more familiar or seasoned and you just want added support, or a journey member, I'm your girl. And along the way, I want to help support you and give you special tips, tricks, and hacks that help enhance your Neville Goddard manifestations and make them stronger and come quicker. So here we go. Let's get into today's topic. Oh yeah, and I do want to mention that for years I studied law of attraction hard. I got certifications. I'm a life coach, and I did not have many results. So I ended up getting results when I came across Neville Goddard, and I've kind of posted a couple of videos about that, and just I can't say enough about Neville. So let's get into it. Let's jump into today's topic. So today's topic is like an encouraging topic. It's about persistence. Neville said that we must persist despite what we see in our 3D, and that's so true. Folks, this is true, because remember, what we are seeing now in the 3D it's just remnants and shadows of yesterday and yesteryears for some of us. It's our previous thinking and our previous energy vibrations that we have put out. So basically, those are our old assumptions, right? So now that we are working on our new assumptions, right, for our new selves, our new dream lives, and the new things that we want to create, we got to walk it out. Yep. We need to work for, move forward confidently and sometimes boldly too, right? So keep going, persist, because before you know it, it'll all show up, at least most of it. And the thing is the reason why I say most of it is it does depend on how well you have been aligning energetically to those things, that future self, that dream life, right? So that's what SATS is about, the state akin to sleep. So there's that. That's really important. That's super key. And also too, with the newness of your new self, your new life, your new things that you're trying to create and bring into your world, there's God, universe, source. I mean, it has to find a way to weave it into our lives, into the matrix, and that has to happen. And when it does, it'll all make sense, right? So when your manifestations show up, it seems to make sense. You come across as looking lucky, but also too, people will say, oh, well, that just makes sense. You were just lucky that time. Well, we know better. We've got our secret weapon. We've got Neville. So just remember, this is a video game. It's like a simulation of a sort. And when we're at night or early morning doing SATs, I've actually started to love doing early morning SATs. As we, persist, the changes start to show up in this video game, in our simulation, and you start to see little glimmers, you start to see little glimpses, right? So, and you start to see changes of circumstances and lovely surprises. Oh, I love those days. Those are my favorite, when just things just start to just unfold right before your eyes, and you know how it happened, but yet you're still amazed. So it's like Neville said, he was always shocked but never, or surprised but never shocked, that kind of thing. So remember, when you're working with Neville, it's like placing an order with Amazon. I love this description, this analogy, because items, when you order, you ever look at the little description? It says, same day delivery, next day, maybe a week out, and some, depending on the vendors, is a little bit longer. Well, that, friends, is what our manifestations are like, right? But when we order something off Amazon, do we question that it's going to arrive? No, we know that it's going to arrive, and it's because we've built trust. We've ordered things, they've showed up. It's like that with Neville, right? You need to build trust. And before you know it, you'll have the same confidence. You will when things start floating in. So ideally, if you can assume that now, which takes a lot, if you have to do a ton of satsing, a ton of affirmations and subliminals, you can hypnotize yourself. We'll be doing future videos about that. You can create that trust ahead of time. I kind of did that. One day I'll get into what my life was like before, and I actually desperately wanted to change, so I did what I could to overcome what I was experiencing every day. But just in general, just being persistent. So because when we Nevillize, you can change your mind too. So as these things start to show up, like whether it's $1 million, we'll use that example, you know, when you start working on this and you've persisted long enough, things are going to show up. And you can change your mind too. I mean, so you may doubt that this happened, you know, this could happen for you, but if you've persisted, it's going to happen. You don't want the $1 million, it's yours not to want. You can give it away, you can donate it. Same thing with one of my first big manifestations was over $5,000 worth of free, brand new estate furniture. I think I paid to help someone move me, but other than that, it was free. So like $100, right? And it all matched my decor, my home. I love it so much. And it was because I was wanting to redecorate my guest bedroom, right? But circumstances changed on my end, and I ended up not using the furniture. So it's mine to store in my garage for at the moment, and it's probably going to a storage unit here really soon, and there's more to come about that. So, but we can change our mind, but it will come. Your manifestations will come, and that's the amazing part. That's when you start building the trust. Which brings me to why I'm recording today. I have another Neville win to share with you guys, and I'm excited. This has been in the making, but like we mentioned before, I can only share as things are really when it's time to share. So I'm in the process of packing up and moving back to Tennessee with my SP. So soon I will be up to my eyeballs in moving boxes. Oh boy. And so we plan to roll into Nashville mid-October this fall. So if you are in the Nashville area or greater area, if you happen to see me out and about once I'm there, please stop by. Feel free to say hello. I would love to meet you. So I'm very excited about this. So back to our topic of persistence. When I met my SP, I'd been single for 7 years. It felt like 7 very long years, but I was also very specific of who and what I wanted to manifest for my special person, right? And due to circumstances the last 4 years and world-changing events, my career drastically changed. Oh boy, someday you'll hear about it, especially when we're doing lives. I will stay in the positive, but a lot happened. And so I got stronger with my law of attraction skills, which help with my Neville. And so we'll talk about that as we go. And when I also had to change my residence, and I had to move far away from friends. So I wasn't really seeing friends anymore, and the life I'd known for 8 years. And this wasn't from Tennessee, but I did move from Tennessee as well. So I'm happy to be moving back. So then, finally, early this spring, I came across Neville, and I came across the thank you prayer. I know, I'll mention it probably again. It's a very underestimated technique. Thank you for showing me this, that my issues are already solved. And you know why I say that? It's because then after I started seeing results, that's when I started to dive into Neville. That and a couple things, but really it was that prayer. It's so simple, right? But it's powerful. And I felt something about it energetically. And then basically overnight, my matrix started getting smoothed out. Major improvements started flowing into my simulation. I mean, oh my gosh, I felt like, holy cow, all this time. And I wish I'd known about Neville back in the day. So now it's 6 months later, and there's still so much that I have yet to reveal, since I really can't. There's so many things unfolding, but I need to zip it because it's part of how to keep a manifestation right where it needs to be. So moving in silence on that. But what I can share is now y'all know, I think if you've been following me a little bit, I met my SP early spring. He's an amazing guy, and obviously we're moving to Nashville together. And then you know what, I am moving forward more into my more meaningful ways to make a living, and enjoy and use my skills and talents. And so that's exciting too, right? I mean, not that I haven't felt on purpose, I have, but I felt like the chapter was closing and I was wondering, oh, what's next, right? But this is the way it's coming together is perfect, and the timing is amazing too. I cannot begin to share what has been happening with my career, but when I finally do share a little bit, it's going to be an unbelievable story. So this timing is just impeccable. But anyway, so with all the things that have showed up, you know, lots of lovely surprises. That's the other thing too. It's like lovely surprises start to show up, like this summer, you know, the 2-week trip to Greece. Oh my gosh, Santorini, Greece took my breath away. I'm in love with that place. And I did not see that coming. That was amazing manifestation. And then also small little things like an espresso machine, basically new used. Someone was giving up caffeine. And so when I got back from Greece, I got an espresso machine. And it's funny, I don't drink coffee regularly because I don't really like it. It doesn't quite hit the spot. But when I was in Greece, I was drinking a ton of this yummy, delicious espresso every day. It was everywhere and I loved it. So that, and then I've just had like some shopping trips that I loved. You know, I haven't shopped much at all lately in a long time. Deep discounts on things I needed. Chunks of money materialized when I had extra expenses. Like, these are the things along the way. You know, we can't have large manifestations. How many house dream homes can you have? How many SPs, dream cars? I mean, you can have quite a few depending on who you are and what you want, but you know, there's going to just be days, and it makes sense, right? So I love the little things in between. It makes it feel magical along the way to the large manifestations. Plus, although you know I have an SP, what I also haven't mentioned is, and I might have said a little bit, we are doing long distance, so he flies in every other week, and that has really helped our long distance work, and it's been lovely. I love that. So it's been an amazing 6 months, and now I'm excited about announcing our move to Nashville together and starting a new chapter. So, wow, this is 6 months, people. I just love Neville, so that's why I just have to talk about it and share and tell people, like, keep going, persist, because it's amazing what can happen in your life. I was like, even moving, right? I'd been talking about moving down back south, whether it was like to Texas or to Tennessee, but just moving. My current place is, we'll talk about it sometime, is not exactly the perfect fit. And so I've been daydreaming, talking, and here it is. Here it finally is. You know, I persisted, and I was light about it too, because I was like, I don't know when I'll ever move, but that's what's happening now. So my friends, I'm not sure where you are in the world today, what you're trying to manifest. I hope you're having an amazing day, but I just want to jump on and encourage you that to persist, because you know, persist and persist some more, really. And sometimes things come and you're not trying to persist too. So I'm not saying, you know, it all has to be you know, that kind of persistent work, but when you're not seeing changes right away in your 3D, don't get discouraged, because you want to keep your vibrations up so that you can keep having your small manifestations along the way, and be in the state of gratitude. So important, because it makes you magnetic to your manifestations. So think of it this way, and I love this analogy. We're back to the Amazon order. You know, think of it. Your Amazon order is on its way. It's coming. Continue to move forward confidently and boldly. And Neville Goddard, he is the best freaking Amazon fulfillment center of a lifetime. That's what I have to say about that. It's amazing. So know that your manifestations are coming. It's finished. It's done. And just feel the gratitude. Like I said, gratitude is an important part of the recipe because you have to feel grateful before it gets here. So that helps usher it in because it's a law of assumption. You're assuming it's already here. So you've got this, guys. You do. You do. I'm here just to encourage you and remind you on some days and talk about some topics or some tips along the way that help enhance things. And I do have some great things up my sleeve, the things I want to share that have helped. But in the meantime, just detach from the when and the how. That's the big thing. And go about your day, you know, feel the joy, feel the peace, feel the gratitude of what's coming, knowing that you've already aligned repeatedly with your sats. If you've been doing it and you felt the thrill and the vision while you're visioning and creating your movies of what you want, it's coming. It is coming. That's the real reality. That's your real now or future, however you want to look at it. Anyway, if you like my content, I ask you to like, share, and subscribe. And that's what I've got for you guys today. I wanted to record this maybe this weekend, but we had a hiccup with the storage unit last weekend. My SP had to leave town, and so we're probably going to do it this weekend. So I don't know. I would like to jump on because I have over 50 subscribers, and now that I do, I believe I can go live. So I can't wait to meet you guys in the chats and talk about things and answer some questions and so on. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Just not sure if it's this weekend, but I will do it as soon as possible. And like I said, I have way more content. So with that said, until the next time, like I said, I hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye.